What if the entire internet just disappeared? Everywhere on Earth for a full 7 days? No websites, no apps, no cloud services, nothing. Here's what would actually happen to the world day by day. To understand how serious this is, you have to realize just how much runs on the internet today. Banking, hospitals, power grids, food supply chains, government systems, nearly everything modern civilization depends on now assumes constant connectivity. In the first few hours, the initial reaction would be confusion, then panic. Phones would still work for calls and texts on some networks, but nearly every app, every website, every piece of software that checks in with a server would simply stop functioning. Point-of-sale systems at stores and restaurants would freeze mid-transaction. Card payments would fail almost everywhere, since most modern payment processing requires an internet connection to verify transactions in real time. Day 1. Banks would be unable to process electronic transactions. ATMs would stop dispensing cash once local caches run dry. Stock markets, which rely entirely on network trading systems, would be forced to halt trading completely. Airports would descend into chaos. Modern flights depend on internet-connected systems for booking, scheduling, weather data, and air traffic coordination. Many flights already in the air would land safely using older backup systems, but nothing new could be scheduled. Day 2. Grocery stores would start running low on inventory. Modern supply chains use real-time internet-connected tracking to know exactly what to restock and where. Without it, deliveries would become chaotic guesswork almost immediately. Hospitals, thankfully, have contingency systems for exactly this kind of failure, but many hospitals rely on internet-connected medical records, prescription systems, and even certain diagnostic equipment. Non-emergency care would slow dramatically as staff reverted to paper records. Day 3. This is where things escalate. Power grids in many countries are managed remotely through internet-connected control systems. While most grids have offline failsafes, coordinating repairs across a large region without digital communication becomes exponentially harder. Communication between emergency services, especially across different cities or states, would rely on backup radio systems, many of which haven't been used in decades and would need to be dusted off and relearned in real time. Day 4. Fuel shortages would begin appearing in cities, not because fuel ran out, but because the logistics systems that route tanker trucks to the right gas stations at the right time depend entirely on internet-connected coordination. Businesses that rely on cloud software, which today includes almost every modern company, from small retailers to massive corporations, would be completely unable to operate. Payroll, invoicing, inventory, and communication would all grind to a halt. Day 5. Governments would likely declare states of emergency in major cities as food and fuel distribution problems compound. Civil unrest would become a real risk in areas where supply shortages hit hardest and fastest. Some essential services would begin adapting using pre-internet methods that still technically exist: paper ledgers, physical mail, landline phones, and local radio broadcasts, systems that haven't been relied on at scale in over 20 years. Day 6. Financial markets, unable to process trades for nearly a week, would face a reckoning the moment connectivity returns. A massive backlog of transactions and extreme volatility as everyone tries to react to a week of frozen information all at once. Global trade, which depends on internet-based logistics, tracking, and payment systems, would have essentially stalled for 6 days straight, creating ripple effects in supply chains that could take months to fully untangle. Day 7. If connectivity is restored at this point, the immediate crisis would ease, but the recovery wouldn't be instant. Servers would need to resync, backlogged transactions would need processing, and trust in digital systems would take a real hit. This isn't just theory. Smaller versions of this have already happened. Countries like Myanmar and Iran have experienced days-long total internet blackouts, and the economic damage, even from regional and temporary outages, has run into the billions of dollars. The deeper problem is that the internet isn't just where we get entertainment anymore. It's the invisible infrastructure underneath nearly every system that keeps modern life running. Money, food, healthcare, and communication all quietly depend on it. So the next time your Wi-Fi goes down for 20 minutes and it feels like the end of the world, remember that frustration is a small preview of something civilization genuinely isn't built to survive for very long.